from the islands of Samoa and Tuvalu, too. Well, it's good to see everybody. Aloha to all of you. And as I mentioned, from the island of Vanuatu, we say hello. But glad that everybody can be here. Let me post a few things here in the chat for you. So I'm going to post here where you can find the music for ukulele class because that's coming up pretty soon. So start looking for your instrument there. I think I just lost someone because I introduced the music. But yes, this show is brought to you. This is the School Talk Story with Dr. T, as well as the Ukulele Dad show. And it is brought to you by the National Pacific Islander Education Network, also known as NPINE, N-P-I-E-N. So we hope everybody is doing well out there, and we hope that you will continue to join us on this program. And again, refer all your friends because this is a great way to support NPINE when you participate on this program. All right. Well, let me show you again some scenery for you. And I want to introduce to you the island of Vanuatu. And Vanuatu is located in the island group of Melanesia. And it is known as the Republic of Vanuatu. Let me show you their beautiful flag. Yeah. And then here is a map. So see if you can look at the map there. And I'll try to move out of the way here. But the Republic of Vanuatu, the capital is Port Vila, and the indigenous people of Vanuatu are known as the Ni Vanuatu. And they speak English, French, and Bislama. Those are the languages of Vanuatu. And over 98% of the population are Ni Vanuatu, or the indigenous people of Vanuatu. And then the rest of the individuals are Europeans, Asians, and other Pacific Islanders. There's a large Vietnamese population on Vanuatu. 335,908 population, 83 islands. It is east of Australia, northeast of New Caledonia, east of New Guinea, southeast of the Solomon Islands, and west of the island of Fiji. So again, these are the islands of Vanuatu, and we're very pleased to bring to you today more information on these islands of Melanesia. And again, here is their fantastic flag, as well as, yes, a very nice scene. So everybody, I would recommend visiting here. Yeah, it's a very good place to see. But let me share with you a few things here. This is the other time when we start losing people. They don't like the announcements, but we have to bring them to you. It's all part of to support NPINE, the National Pacific Islander Education Network. But here we go. I'm going to share some things with you. Yeah, the first thing I wanted to share with you is the NPINE. This is our website, okay? So here we go. You should see that. And there's a nice slideshow here so you can see pictures plus learn about our annual conference that just took place. Yeah, a lot of stuff. And then some highlights of things we've done during the year. But yeah, this is these are our highlights from our historical highlights. So again, we've been around since 2001. You'll see here the number of students that received the Christina and Ray Diaz Scholars Awards. 190 students, 590 total, but 190 received scholarships. Total of over $62,000. 78 educators received the Sevilla Ma'ai Educator Award. 75 community partners, the Dr. Aloha and Frida Tanuvasa Award. And then we just started the Sala Awalua Counselor Award as well. Yeah, these are just some more things to kind of take a look at there. These are all of our speakers. These were our last two at our most recent 2025 conference. There's Joy Pu'uvai Pilo Alberto Dodge Yep, aloha to you, Joy. And then here's Amos Mikaele, talofa to Amos, the fantastic speakers. And then these are our highlights from 2025. So again, kind of read through this. This just indicates all the things we did for volunteer service. We had over 200 participate in our Ohana nights at the Ohana Wine Barbecue. We had 960 participate in our Aloha Music and Mindfulness groups. It's broadcast on YouTube. And our members participated in Island Grad. Yep, so these are just some of the things that we have done. This talks about our Northern California service at the Weingart Senior Center, some of the places where we have tabled at. Miniature golf tournament, we had 48. And then we had over 1,000 students participate, 29 schools, in the Falana'i Ala guest speaker and mentoring program. And these are all the schools and the school districts that we visited during the year. And then we had 300 participate in our Morse High School event. But yeah, there's the nice ladies there. But also on our website, let me take a look at this. You can learn more about the 13th annual golf tournament. So again, it starts March 27th. So we're going to be bothering you here for the 2 months through April the 20th. And again, you choose where you want to play. Contact your golf course to pay your for your tee time, for your golf cart, and then you also pay a small donation to Enpine, and this helps us so that we can provide some prizes for you. Yeah, everything is here on how to sign up. Also, we have some sponsorship available, so again, encourage all your friends out there to please help out Enpine. Yeah, I think those are some of the main things that we wanted to bring to your attention, everybody out there. And again, support cars, Melaleuca, purchase a t-shirt, and C's Candies going on for a couple months here. So make sure you get your C's. On the Enpine Facebook page, many things happening here. We have some events taking place. The Islands United is taking place in National City in San Diego County. And then we have the 14th Annual Tramoto Festival, which will be taking place in Oceanside. Yeah, it's also in San Diego. So be aware of that. Also, more information on Island Grad. So students, you can sign up right here, register to be a part of Island Grad on May 2nd. Those of you in the Los Angeles area, here's the schedule for our Ohana night, and we have one coming up next week. Yeah. And then that's me right there. Okay. All right, everybody. So hopefully you learned a bit more about Enpine and what we do. And I think the last thing I wanted to share, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, this is about the golf tournament. Good work. Yeah, so this is our e-news here. So you just click on there, and that will take you to Enpine's e-news. This was actually from last week, but just want to give you an idea there. Talks about our board retreat. And I'm so pleased that we took a picture here at San Elijo State Beach, which was the favorite beach of John Harrington. John was one of our Enpine staff members, and our board did elect him as Aloha to you, Honey Cake Lake. Yeah, good to see you. But again, we recognized John Harrington at the San Elijo State Beach, which is outside of San Diego. We had our retreat there, our board retreat, and then visited San Elijo, and we took some pictures, and we sent those to Terry Harrington, his daughter, along with some other things. We did recognize John as an honorary board member. So yeah, let me find that and share that with you, because I think you'll like that. Okay. So honorary board member. Yeah, so let me share that with you. Yeah, there's our friend Ray Diaz, who passed away last year. But John Harrington, here he is. So, yep, we did recognize him as an honorary board member. And this is his certificate of recognition. We took a picture of it right over San Elijo State Beach. That was his favorite surfing beach, and we used to go camping there a lot with John in the early days. But again, we recognize John Harrington, thank him for all of his work. He was a dedicated teacher, supporter of students, Pacific Islander, and all students, and he was one of our staff members. So thank you so much to the family of John Harrington. We recognize you. Well, friends, I'm going to move Vanuatu here for a while because it's time for ukulele class. Again, everybody start looking for your ukulele because I know some of you lost it. Yeah, make sure you find your instrument, everybody. But aloha to you, Honey Cake Lake. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do part 2 of our song that we did last week. I'm sure all of you memorized it. But this is Michael Row the Boat Ashore. So again, look in your music. You can go to Enpine's Facebook group, or it is here in the Google Drive. So look for your music and let us take a look at it, okay? So let's review Michael Row the Boat Ashore a little bit. And then we're going to take a look at our baritone ukulele chords too, okay? So remember, for this song last week, we went over the following, and I realized I left my baritone next door, so let me go get it. But last week, we reviewed the C chord, okay? So if you see that, your third finger is on string 4, fret number 3. So that's the C chord. So try it. String 4, fret 3. I'm sure all of you remember that from last week. Okay. All right. And then chord number 2, everybody, was the F chord. Okay. So again, your first finger is on string 3, second is on string 1. So that's the F chord. So here we go. First finger string 3, second string 1. All right, everybody. And then finally, let me see. The next one we were going to do was the G7, if you remember that from last week, everybody. Okay. So remember, first finger is on string 3, second string 2, and third is on string 4, everybody. All right. So let's review that. First string 3, second 2, third is on 4. All right, so let's play this song a little bit. So we have C, G7, C. One more time. C, G7, C. Michael Row, boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael Row, boat ashore, hallelujah. All right, good. So that is for the soprano ukulele. So don't leave. I'm going to go get the baritone. It's right around the corner here, and then we're going to do that. Okay? Yeah, don't leave, everybody. Okay, baritone. Yep, here's the baritone. I left it in the next room. All right. Again, we wanted to review the baritone chords. We started on some of these last time. So yeah, I know some of you are guitar players, and the baritone ukulele might work out to be much better for you, okay? Because look how big the baritone is. Yeah. So here's the soprano, and then here's the baritone. So the baritone is much bigger. And the baritone, again, is tuned to 4 of the strings of the guitar, okay? So it's much different, everybody. But again, we've got the C chord, G7, and F. So let me share those with you for the baritone, and then we'll play through the whole song on the baritone, everybody. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me see what I did with my chord chart here. Yeah, sometimes you start losing everything. Okay. Oh, here. But I need to post this baritone chord chart for everybody, so I will post it there in your group so you can find it. But yeah, this is a baritone ukulele chord chart. So again, on the baritone, it is it's G, D, G, B, E. It's a little different than the soprano. Okay. All right. So here we go. Again, the baritone is bigger, but we basically strum it just like the soprano, okay? So the first chord that as we learned in this song, was the C chord, but it's a little different on the baritone. So here's the C chord. And again, it's D, G, B, E, okay? These are the strings for the sopranos. I just wanted you to understand there, okay? But your first finger is on string 3, and second is on string 1, okay? So first finger string 3, second string 1. So friends, this is the same fingering as the F and the soprano, okay? So if I'm playing the soprano, I go first. Now, of course, it sounds different, but it's the same fingering as an F. Yeah, it's a good question there, Honey Cake Lake. So this baritone is much bigger, and it is different. Yeah, okay. The soprano is much smaller, okay, but I would say most people do play the soprano for the most part, but we're just learning about this baritone to help the baritone people out there. Okay. All right. So again, for the baritone ukulele, first finger string 3 and second is on string 1. Okay, so that's C. All right. So the next one, the F chord. So this one is a little confusing, okay, because it's first, second, third, and fourth. Okay, so here we go. First, second, third, and fourth. So that is the F chord for the baritone, and it's interesting. It's the same finger as a B flat for the soprano. Yeah, it's amazing. Now, the G7 for the baritone is very easy. First finger is on string 4, okay? All right, now, so that's for all my baritone people out there, okay? So again, play the soprano or play the baritone, and let's play this song together, okay? So again, we got C, G7, and F. Those are our 3 chords, okay? Start on verse 2. So we're on the C, starting on verse 2. Here we go. right, everybody. So again, I just wanted to introduce the baritone. It's a much deeper sound. And again, for those of you that are guitar players, you might like the baritone a lot better, okay? Because I know some says, yeah, I don't know about the soprano. But keep practicing. Again, most of the time we will practice the soprano, but I will introduce the baritone every now and then to everybody. All right, good work. Now, we're going to do some talk story and then play a little more music here, everybody. So keep up the great work out there. But let me see. For today's talk story, we're going to continue with our discussion on mindfulness, everybody. So here we go. All right. So some of you know we have a show that takes place every Monday on YouTube. It is from 11 to 11:15 a.m. Pacific time. So just look for us on YouTube and we will share with you Aloha music and mindfulness. And again, that's just an opportunity for us to, see what we can do to relax and kind of reduce our stress out there, everybody. Okay. Then, of course, I've showed this to you, the stress chart. So be aware of this. Again, green is normal. Green means that you're confident and ready. Yellow means you got some stress. We all have some. But yellow means tense and worried. So you're suffering from some. And then the orange level, you are exhausted and ill. So this is where you need to show some concern there, everybody, because I'm not doing too well. And then finally, hopeless and overwhelmed is the red zone. So I've got up here, everybody, the calhope.org live chat. Talk to the people if you're in the yellow or the orange section, okay? Or you can call this 833-317-HOPE number or the 415-609-2018 number. These are people that are trained to listen, so just give them a call and they will help. And then finally, if you're in the red zone, don't hesitate, call 988. That is known as what we call the lifeline. And they are trained to help you out, everybody. So you can do it, everybody. Please don't hesitate. Again, contact one of these numbers and they'll be able to help you out. Now, I'm going to share with you the following, and then I've got another song for you. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I do find it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes you lose things here. Okay. So the next thing we wanted to talk about was about limiting our use of technology. Oh, that's kind of hard because this is a technological age, huh? So as you know, we have a lot: social media, computers, television, to begin or end the day. Sometimes when we use them too much, it may create additional stress or anxiety. So again, take a look. How much time do I use on my phone or my computer? A lot of times at work we use them also. How much time am I spending on social media? So take some time again to limit our free time on technology. Okay, give yourself a break. Okay, I know some like to watch television at the beginning or end of the day, and sometimes maybe that is stressful. You got some dramatic TV show. Yeah, they call TV streaming now, all of you out there. So try to take some time, a day or some hours, just to kind of break away from these things. And then ask yourself, how do I feel when I didn't do it? The next thing we want to share with you for mindfulness is to be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself. Be kind, comforting, share some comforting words with yourself. Things that you would use with a loved one. And again, you can bring hope to yourself by being kind to yourself. And try to avoid, with yourself and others, harsh words or condemnation, because these bring stress and anxiety. Finally, another way to reduce stress and anxiety is by helping others and forgiving those who are unkind and taking some time to think of others, everybody. So again, I wanted to share those tips with you for mindfulness, and I hope that that helps everybody. Now I'm going to move this screen here. All right. But what we're going to work on right now, everybody, is we've got another song, so you get to listen. You don't have to do anything. But this song is called We Know the Way. Okay? And this song comes to us from, yes, Moana, everybody. Yep. An amazing movie, everybody. But I will admit, this song gets a little stressful for me because I do not speak the language very much of yeah, you're right, honey cake leg. I agree with that. Going crazy on ukulele because yes, music is an outstanding way to reduce stress. So good job there. And then to talk story like Honey Cake Lake did. That's another way to reduce. So this song is called We Know the Way from Moana. I played this for some students this week at Lakewood High School. And this song is very meaningful to me because, again, my ancestors are from the island of Samoa. So we truly value Moana or the ocean. Okay. But I was mentioning that this is a little stressful for me because it's not in my language. This is in the language of Tokelau. Tokelau is an island about 300 miles north of American Samoa. So there are some similarities in the language, but some is a little different. But I'll be singing in their language for a while, but then I'll sing in English, so you'll understand everything that's happening. And then they say in here, "Awe, awe." That says, "Hey." Okay, that's what "awe" means. So here we go, everybody, from Moana. Mahalo, friends. Again, this is We Know the Way from Moana. Yep, a fantastic movie and much appreciated by, again, my ancestors, the Pacific Islanders. Now, let me see here. I'm going to share with you some ways to take a break, everybody. And then we're going to do another song for you. So, yep. So, kind of hang in there. We got to do some talk story every now and then. All right. Okay. So, here we go. So, this is our little chart. It is called 50 Ways to Take a Break. And let me see here. Today, we're going to talk about, let me see if I can find it. There's so many ways. Oh, here. Relaxation. So it says to listen to a guided relaxation. So sometimes you can listen to a recording that kind of helps you through relaxation. Yoga is another way to relax, but again, listen to a guided relaxation, it says. All right, the next way to take a break, it says here in our chart, is to read a book. Yeah, that's a good one. I will admit I'm not a very good reader, so sometimes it's stressful. But yeah, I do find books that I can understand pretty well, and then I just kind of sit down and read. Yeah, journaling, I do that a lot. That helps me to relax too. And then the final one, everybody, is called to sit in nature. Yeah, that's a good one. I some of you know I like running, and I did my running this morning down at the Shoreline Village in Long Beach, California. So yeah, right along the ocean, so I could see the Queen Mary. It's right there on the ocean. I could see the Carnival cruise ship. I could see the birds. Yeah, I didn't see any fish, but I was near a lighthouse, so I ran up to the top of the lighthouse, and then I ran down to the bottom, and very nice. So then after that, I just sat down there in the park and relaxed. So it was good. Very nice to relax and take a break. Well, friends, this song is called You've Got a Friend. We practiced this at our ukulele class on Tuesday. Good to see you again, Dio and Mark and Kalani. Yep. And congratulations to Kalani. His son Kai got a scholarship in baseball to USC, home of the Trojans. So congratulations to Kai. That's fantastic. So here we go. This song is called You've Got a Friend in Me by Carole King, sung also by James Taylor. Here we go. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Yeah, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah. You got a friend. The sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together, call my name out loud, so you hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running. Yeah, see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah. You got a friend. You got a friend. All right, everybody, you got friends out there. Well, friends, we're going to do a school talk right now. So let me share a couple more things with you, and then we're going to do our final Aloha song. Yep, in Vanuatu, they say hello for hello, and then for goodbye, they say ta ta. Yeah, very interesting. All right. So let me see. We've been sharing with you some thoughts from our friend. Let me find the picture of our friend. Let me see. Yep. Toby Scruggs Hussein. Aloha to you, Toby. And as I mentioned, Toby is a former school principal and leadership coach who now works on supporting all of us and again our mental health. So Toby said the following: try to end the workday at a reasonable time and model the same for your team and your staff. The work never goes away, so best to do it rested instead of tired. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one from Toby. Okay. Next, Toby says, clarifying communication boundaries. For example, I may email after 5 p.m., but I don't expect a reply until the next day. Okay. So, yep, that's another good idea as well. So, some other things she mentioned: 3 ways to adjust for a more rested school year. And again, this is for all of our school officials, but for anybody out there. Name your baseline. Identify one daily rest practice you will protect at all costs, such as morning meditation, tech free lunch, or no email after 6 p.m. Yeah, that's a good one, Toby. Secondly, is to audit and delete. Look at your calendar for the next 2 weeks, personal, professional. What can be moved, delegated, or dropped entirely? And what one day on a weekend each month can you protect with no appointments? Wow, that's kind of tough. And then finally, Toby says to build collective rest. Invite your team or colleagues into conversations about rest so it becomes a topic seen as valuable to explore together. She says that rest is contagious. Yeah, I agree with Toby. Sometimes I fall asleep too much. So that is from our friend Toby. Thank you so much, Toby. You are fantastic. We appreciate you. Let me go to our pictures of Tuvalu here. So there's the, no, I'm sorry, Vanuatu. So there's their beautiful flag. And let me share these following items again from the Los Angeles Unified School District Superintendent Alberto Carballo. So he was sharing with all of us. We have definitely had some situations, and we've had it all over the country related to immigration. And so it was said that in response to widespread federal illegal immigration enforcement actions that escalated last summer, the LAUSD has implemented new policies at the start of the school year, which began in August. The district established so-called safe zones to ensure the passage of students to and from schools with the aid of patrols. They are volunteers watching for U.S. immigration and customs enforcement activity. And again, parents can request this new bus routes as additional precautions and other measures such as know your rights training. So again, these are some things that the school district has been doing. So students and families can also get meals at school, a program that LAUSD officials hope that more communities members will take advantage of. And then Superintendent Carvalho reiterated that LAUSD does not allow any law enforcement entity to walk into its schools and take any action against any type of any student, parent, or employee without a signed judicial warrant. And he said, we have not allowed this to happen in the schools, and we will not allow it to happen in the future. Again, thank you, Superintendent Carvalho, for ensuring the safety of all of our students out there. Well, everybody, it's been a good school talk story. And again, this is our beautiful flag of the island of Vanuatu. And this is their map. Yeah, let me show you that one. Yep, there's Vanuatu. Yeah, Port Vila, that's their capital there. Yeah. And then finally, let me bring up this beautiful picture of the island. But friends, we will be back at the same time next week at 12 p.m. Pacific time But what I'd like you to do is take some aloha to the world. We need more of it out there, especially in these difficult times. But again, in Vanuatu, we say ta-ta when we're saying goodbye. So let us share that with you, everybody. Here we go. Aloha from Hawaii. Adios from the Mariana Islands. Aloha from the King of Tonga. Airera from the Cook Islands. Ta-ta from Vanuatu. Uku'u from the Solomon Islands. Goodbye from Papua New Guinea. Airera from New Zealand. Aotearoa. Airera from the Cook Islands. Yahweh from the Marshall Islands. Te'iku from Palau. Nothe from Fiji. Nana from Tahiti. And Tofa from the islands of Samoa. Yes, a honey cake lake. Yeah, up here we do have a Google Drive, which should have that information, and then it's also on this Facebook group. But again, let us know in the future if you can't find it. But we appreciate it. We have not posted the baritone ukulele chords yet, but we will do that. But everybody out there, we appreciate all of you being with us. And again, take some aloha to the world. And thank you so much. And from Vanuatu, we say ta ta and aloha to all of you. Take care.